Hi Flosstube, I'm Pam. Welcome to my channel. This is a place where hi, that's my Dunkin' Donuts straw. Let me put that somewhere where it's not in the camera. This is a channel where I talk about all of the things I've been cross-stitching. So if you're not into cross-stitching, maybe you're not in the right place, but maybe you do like cross-stitching, so I'm glad you're here. That was obviously not a thought-out sentence. Anyway, welcome to my returning viewers. I'm so glad you've come back. And if you're new here, I hope that you like what you see and you stay and you come back for more. What else do I want to say? I wrote notes today. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, and a big thank you to everyone who has liked my videos and who likes me enough that they subscribe. Guys, I'm getting really close to 800, which that's exciting, right? I think it's a little bit exciting. And most especially, thank you to everyone who comments on my videos. I love reading your comments. I don't always have time to respond to everyone's, but if I've read your comment, I always give it a heart. I always heart it. So if I haven't hearted, it's because I haven't gotten around to reading it yet, but I try to read them all and I try to reply to as many of them as I can. And they're my favorite thing about doing Flosstube. Okay, what else do I want to say? It's a gloomy day here on Rhode Island. It's a little cloudy, a little windy. I want to cover some administrative stuff before we get into the stitching. I'm trying to remember to say every time that I know there's a lot of new stitchers out there and a lot of people who are new to Flosstube, and that stitchers use a lot of terminology and acronyms that maybe you're not familiar with. And I try to keep a glossary in the description box right below this video. So if I say something and you're like, what the heck is she talking about? It should be in the description box. And if it's not, shoot me a comment and be like, Pam, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'll be like, oh shoot, I should update my glossary. And also last week, was it last week? I'm trying to get on a weekly schedule. I think I filmed last week, which makes sense because I actually don't have a lot of stitching to show today. I've got 4 whips that I worked on. So 3 whips and a finish and kind of like a mini finish too. We're not going to talk about that till it's time. Anyway, on the last video, I talked about how did you guys feel about me setting up a Zoom call for anybody who is stitching on a Hawk Run Hollow piece that maybe like once or twice a month we could stitch on our Hawk Run Hollows together. And it looked like there was enough interest that I'm gonna go forward with that. So in next week's video, I will have a Google form to fill out. I didn't have it ready for today, or it would be today, but that's fine. Next week's video, make sure that you're paying attention. Honestly, if you don't want to miss it, make sure that you are subscribed and that you've hit the little like bell so you get notifications when I upload a new video, so that you won't miss next week's video, which will have the Google form to sign up if you're interested in Zooming with me for Hawk Run Hollow Zoom. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, and giveaways. I'm super behind on mailing out my giveaway winner stuff. So Susie Marshall, you have a tail tucker coming your way, I promise. I just haven't gotten into the mail yet. And I know that I had given away a few of the project cards from S4 Designs. Those have not hit the mail yet either. I apologize. I'm living in, like right now, my life is, every day is the same. And like, I'll get an email, like for example, I'll get an email on a Monday that I probably should respond to. And then all of a sudden it's next Tuesday. And I'm like, oh, I had an email that came in yesterday. And I'll be like, oh no, that was a week ago. Like, time is a weird thing for me right now. And so I have not hit the mail box yet. So I apologize, but I have not forgotten they are coming. I'm not going to do a giveaway this week, but I am thinking I'll do one next week because this is going to be a short time period. I think today is Wednesday. I am really hoping to get on a Monday filming schedule. So I'm hoping to film next Monday. So it's a short time period, so I won't do a giveaway today, but I have a few charts that I want to pass the stash on. So I think I'll do a giveaway next week too. So again, another reason to hit the bell and make sure that you get notified when I upload next week's video. Okay, little life updates. Sorry, wow, I'm talking a mile a minute, and that's because my son is babysitting the dogs again so that they don't bother me while I'm filming, and I want to do this fast because he was a little bit irritated that I tore him away from, I don't know, whatever it was he was doing on the computer to dog sit for me. So I'm going to try to slow down. If you could even understand everything I said in the first 5 minutes, extra points for you. Okay, life updates. This is super exciting. My husband and I got our first vaccine dose. So yay, I'm like one step closer to getting together with in-person stitchy friends and seeing my family again. I haven't seen my family all in one place since last September. I cannot wait. So we should be good we should be like, I think May 3rd is what I'm considering my leaving hibernation date, May 3rd. I will have had my second dose, and enough time after my second dose will have gone by that I will feel okay about leaving my den, my cave, whatever my house is right now. So that's very exciting. And my son in Rhode Island, there are certain zip codes that anybody can get vaccinated. You don't need to have like a certain age or certain health conditions. And I happen to live in one of those zip codes. So that also means that my 17-year-old is able to get vaccinated too. So he has his first vaccine at the end of this week. So we will have a whole house full of vaccinated people pretty soon. My middle guy works in the healthcare field, so he has been fully vaccinated for months. But yeah, we're so close. We're so close. This will be, Easter is coming up this Sunday. So if you celebrate Easter, I hope you have a great Easter. We do not celebrate Easter religiously. We celebrate it secularly. Is that the word I want? I don't know that I'm using that word correctly. Anyway, we'll have a nice Easter dinner, but it will hopefully be the last holiday that it's just my household. Like next Easter, we'll be able to be together with family again, and Mother's Day is probably going to be the first holiday where like I can get together with family. My parents' household will be fully vaccinated. My in-laws' household will be fully vaccinated. We'll be fully vaccinated. I can't wait. Can you tell that I'm super excited? Which then has me thinking, I'm going to be going back out into the world again. And this hair that has been fine for COVID times is not going to be fine anymore. COVID times were a perfect time to grow out a pixie. I had a really short pixie. I've been growing a pixie out for a little over a year now. It was very, very, very short. I think my first floss tube that I made was in May, and even then that was like 5 or 6 months of my hair growing out. So when you go back and you see my first floss tube, my hair is kind of short, and that was long at the time for what I had been growing it out from. And now my hair is like down here. It's horrible. It needs something. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't know, maybe somebody should talk me out of this. I am really thinking of getting a perm or a body wave, like some sort of curl. I don't know. I haven't had a perm since I was 13. And in my family, it's affectionately known as Pam's Poodle perm. It was bad. It was bad, folks. Real bad. I don't know though. I kind of want like some bounce and some fullness because I need something, and I'm going to be heading back out into the world, and my youngest is going to be graduating homeschool. So like that phase of my life is ending. So I'm going to be like working full time in my field, and I kind of need to look a little more put together than this. So I don't know. Tell me how you guys feel about perms. I'm curious. All right, we're going to talk about stitching now. We're 10 minutes in. We're going to talk about stitching. What has been happening in my stitchy life? Let me just move my notes. Stitching Book Club Part 3 came out, and this go round it was Sense and Sensibility was the book we're reading. I am so behind on the book. I don't know what I need to read more and stitch less is the problem. And I probably should have just listened to it, except that I have this whole idea where I want all the books to sit on a bookshelf and all the Stitching Book Club projects will be on it too. And it will be like this whole thing. So I feel like I need to buy the books and then read them. And I don't have enough time. I'm way behind. I will finish it though. But what I did finish was part 3. So this is a finish. Yay! It's so pretty. This was the kit fabric that I got from Stitching Book Club. And it's all the DMC floss except this dark blue. I subbed in, the Black Needle Society had a box called Lost in Austin. And one of the floss that you got was called Marianne's Broken Heart, which was appropriate for Sense and Sensibility. So I subbed in for the 813, DMC 813, I did the Marianne's Broken Heart. And it came out so nice. I'm gonna pause here and give pretty face. And then it's not gonna be the thumbnail that gets chosen. I did my stitchy friend, Dawn Marie from DM's Crafty Vortex, messaged me and showed me how to upload a custom thumbnail. And I think I need her to walk me through that a little more. So yay, a finish. I think that's finish number, hold on, let me get out my stitchy journal. I have not had a lot of finishes this year, which, I mean, it's only March, so that was finish. I finished one. That was finish number 4 for me this year. So not bad. We're only in month 3. I've had 4 finishes. 2 were very small, so. All right, then what did I work on? Then I got out, why did I get out Hawk Run Hollow? I don't remember now. I had it out for the last video too. I don't know what prompted me to work on it. Anyway, I continued to work on Hawk Run Hollow, which again, I still don't have a picture of the full thing because I don't keep it with the rest of the project. So I just keep the working copies in there. Anyway, this is my mini finish. I finished the March block. So I am using the DMC conversion that it's charted for MPI silks, but there's a DMC conversion, which frankly, I don't think is the best conversion out there. And so I tend to fiddle with it a little bit. But yeah, so I'm doing the DMC and it came out so good. So I changed up not too much. Everything is the called for except the flowers down at the bottom. The blue is the called for DMC, but this was supposed to be, it was supposed to be an orange. Like, I think it was going to be this color, this like dark reddish color in the main. To me, the first little flowers that bloom in March are things like daffodils, not the tulips, but the daffodils. So I thought, well, they could be little like yellow daffodils or little yellow crocuses or whatever, but I wasn't going to put a deep burgundy flower for my March flower. So, but anyway, yay. I love that little lamb. I really liked that block. So March block is done. So January, February, and March are all officially done. So the top 3 are done. And then this is all the rest that needs to get worked on. So, I mean, hopefully once a month when it comes out for the Zoom call that I'll set up. Yeah. Which also meant, I gotta roll that back up. On my WIPGO board is like bingo for cross stitch, and it's the Jessie Marie does stuff. It's her idea. She has a Facebook group. And I always have that linked below because I talk about WIPGO all the time and I'm not very good at explaining it. But anyway, I have Hawk Run Hollow to get a block done 3 times on my WIPGO board. And so the first one that's on my WIPGO board is actually number 1. So I kind of gave it a little dotted line to say that I got that block done. And then when it gets called, it'll already be finished. Yeah. Then part 1 for letter A for the gamer cell. It's actually called The Pixels That Made Us is I think its official name, but I call it the Gamer Sal. And it's by pixstitch. And it's a charity stitch along where you make a donation to Child's Play, and then you get on the email list to get the patterns. And it's going to spell out the word gamer. In each letter, the characters in each letter are from a specific gaming platform. So letter G was for the original Nintendo Entertainment System, and it's like 99% finished, except right here where I was missing a color, which has come in the mail. So it will get stitched up probably next week. And then part 1 for A came out. And so that I finished that. It's all black and white and gray because it's the characters from the original Game Boy, which was not in color. The rest of the A is going to be Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. So the whole A will not be black and white and gray, but that's so fun. So I am all caught up with that, except, you know, the little thing that I'm missing right here, but that won't take long. This is seriously one of the most fun stitches that I've done. I'm really enjoying this. And it's not hard to keep up with. I was a little nervous about keeping up with a weekly Sal. Sal means stitch along. And it's not hard at all. I'm having a good time with it. Okay, so I got that done. That goes with that bag. And then I just have one more thing I worked on. So, oh my gosh, we're gonna take a side story. My eye has been twitching for days. It's making me crazy. I don't know why it's twitching. I should Google it. I probably should not Google it because Googling things makes me crazy. Okay, so my New Year, New Start this year was Forever and Ever, which is the first in the Songbird Garden series by Cottage Garden Samplings. I forget, what is her name? Who does, I'm not gonna say it right. The designer for Cottage Garden Samplings is of Asian descent, I believe. So I counted this as part of the Stitch Asia hashtag. But so I got it out and I started working on it. The flower up here and the cardinal were already done. So I started on the second flower. And I just realized I have not talked about any sort of fabric of anything I've stitched on. Oh well, we'll catch it next time. WIPGO. I got it out because Jessie Marie called April's WIPGO numbers. Now, my WIPGO, here's how WIPGO is working for me in my brain. I can work on projects before they get called. But when they get called in their month, I'd really like to complete my goal. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. I'd like them completed by the end of the year. But in my head, I can work on things ahead of time. But once they get called, I'd really like my goal is to get them done, to meet that goal in the month they get called. So she called numbers 3 and 21. And 3 for me is to get a bird and a flower done on this piece. And I already did the, I had it on here twice. So actually I have it on here 3 times, which will get this as a finish for me by the end of the year. But so the first time it was called, it was a bird and a flower, which I did. And now the second time is a bird and a flower again. But now I've got 2, because I finished Stitching Book Club. I've got 2 things I'm doing for stitch alongs. And then a few of us gals were chatting about all the Barbara Annas we have going on. And now we're going to do a Barbara Anna April. I meant to talk about this in plans and I'm talking about it ahead of time, but that's okay. Plans is the next thing. And I'm feeling a little anxious that I'm not going to get my songbird one done, which is why I started it early. I got a head start on it. So I'm gonna stitch on this today, and then it's gonna get put away because tomorrow is April 1st, and Rachel Lasky, who comments all the time on my videos, her birthday's tomorrow, and she is going to start the Gilmore Girls piece that came out in the Forbidden Fiber Co's did a Gilmore Girls kit. And I think if you want to see what's in it, if you go back, I think 2 videos to the video titled Oi with the Poodles already, you can see the kit. Anyway, she's starting it tomorrow for her birthday, and I said I'd start it with her. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And then I got enabled, and Barbara Anna has to be my favorite designer. Followed secondly by, I love cottage garden sampling pieces. She's such a prolific designer, Barbara Anna. Like, she comes out with stuff all the time. I cannot keep up. And she's coming out with a stitch along that starts tomorrow as well, called Frida Dreaming Frida. It's those 2 words. I don't remember the order. And of course I signed up for it. And so I'm probably going to start that on April 2nd because I'm going to do the Gilmore Girls tomorrow. And then I'll have 3 stitch alongs going again. And then it was a few of us were chatting, Erin, 2 Martini Stitcher, and Michelle Bendy, and Annie and Stephanie, Kate's Crafts, were chatting about our Barbara Annas, and we're looking for, we thought, you know, Barbara Anna April. Stephanie, why do you keep doing these things to me? I can't keep doing all the things, but I'm doing Barbara Anna April. So I'm thinking the other WIPGO number that got called was, nope, that's not my stitching journal. The other WIPGO number that got called was number 21, which is Tree of Magic, which is by Barbara Anna, and it's complete branch 4. I have the first branch done. You'll see it next week because I'm going to stitch on it this week. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see it next week. Don't worry. I have the first 2 branches done, and then I have complete branch 3 somewhere on here, and then complete branch 4. And I'd really now at this point like to get 3 and 4 done because I don't want to skip 3 and get down to 4. I can do that. It'll be fine. Anyway, I have to do Tree of Magic, which is Barbara Anna, and I'm going to be doing Dreaming Frida Dreaming. I should look that up. That's going to happen this month. And then I'm thinking of doing one of, Barbara Anna always has a piece that comes out in Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. So I'm thinking of doing a magazine Barbara Anna as well. So that's a lot of Barbara Anna that's going to happen this month. I don't know if I'll get to the magazine one. I feel like I've got a lot on my stitchy plate for April. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine, right? I think so. Okay, anyway, anything else I want to talk about? Plans. We talked about Gilmore Girls for tomorrow. We talked about Barbara Anna April, Dreamy Frida. We talked about my WIPGO stuff. We're done. Oh, haul. I did get a little bit of haul from 123 Stitch. I'm starting to make plans for May. Last year I had goals I had to meet every week in May, and if I met those goals, I got to do a new start. I'm going to do something similar this year with one free start. Like, I don't have to meet a goal to start it. And I have a few things kitted up. I'll probably I'll show them at some point in April. A few things that I had received from friends kitted up, giveaways, that sort of thing. And I felt like it seemed silly to kit up stuff for May when I already have things kitted up. So I'm going to be starting my things that are already kitted up. And then I decided to do one thing that I had still needed to kit up. which is arranging the KitchenAids by Ink Circles. I don't have the pattern over here. Ill-prepared, I'm ill-prepared, but I needed fabric for it. So I ordered 30 count light khaki linen, just a little piece. It shouldn't need any more than this. I don't know who this is by, and it's small. It might be Weeks That Works. Anyway, if you do it on 30 count, it can fit in a 5x7 frame. That was really important for me. I don't want to have to like take this to the framer or anything. Ooh, speaking of taking to the framer, I took 2 things to the framer. I think I mentioned this last time. I took 2 things to the framer, and they should be back. Maybe not by Monday, but the video after. I can't wait to show you guys. Anyway, I also got, this was the green I needed for the gamer cell. I got the things that I needed to stitch it. They didn't have all the fancy floss, so I got some DMC. It'll be fine. So that was it, just like a little mini kitting up haul. I should stick this with my gamer cell. That would make sense. That's it. That's all I have. Now I'm 100% done. We're going to be under 30 minutes today. That's usually, I think, where I'll be around if I film weekly. And I really want to get on a weekly filming schedule. It feels more manageable for me than to have a pile of things I have to talk about. It's nice to just have a few things to talk about. Okay. No, that's it. That's all I got. Yeah, I get really paused and slow because I know I'm forgetting to say something. I don't know what it is. Anyway, if you celebrate Easter, I hope you have a lovely one this Sunday. And if you don't celebrate Easter, have an amazing weekend, and stay safe, stay well. We are getting so close to the end. Well, I mean, maybe not the end, but so close to some semblance of a little bit of normalcy, or what, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway, happy stitching, everyone. Have a great week. I will see you on Monday, as long as my brain is working and nothing crazy happens. All right, bye.